Hello, back again with me Badriali at Cuma Cerita podcast season 2. This is episode 3 and this time I'm going to talk about money. There will be so much that can be discussed from money, but I want to tell you about the history and my worries about money. So yeah, let's start. We cannot deny that the existence of money is very important in human life until now. Until now, money is still the main medium of exchange for buying and selling transactions. Even so, the existence of money as a medium of exchange as it now has its own history. So, yeah, let's start about the history. If we trace the history of money as a medium exchange cannot be separated from the barter system. However, before the barter system took effect, humans still met their own needs and depended on nature. At this time, humans are still not social beings, so they don't need other people to meet their needs. All their needs are met by themselves because at that time humans act as a producer and consumers at the same time. As time goes by, humans finally realize that they are social creatures who needs each other. People at that time finally realized that the goods they produce were not enough to meet their needs. As a result, they interact with each other to exchange, but goods for goods and goods for service. We know the exchange of goods and service between people as bartering. For example, someone exchange a bag for egg for a bag of rice. The existence of the exchange of goods became the beginning of the history of money as a medium of exchange to get something we need now. The barter system gradually encountered problem when the two people making the exchange didn't agree on the value of the exchange. The existence of this problem eventually made humans finally innovate to create commodity money or goods money. And then the history of money continues to grow because the barter system has faced many obstacles in its implementation. Finally, at that time, humans began to apply basic goods that almost everyone had as a standard of payment. These basic goods include salt, tea, tobacco, and grains. However, over time, around 9,000 or to 6,000 BC, commodity money was no longer in the form of small object, but turned into livestock. Then, when agricultural culture emerged, commodity money began to shift again in the form of agricultural products such as wheat, vegetables, and other plants. And in 1200 BC, primitive money came into us. Primitive money comes from the shells of clams or other mollusks. People use it as a means of payment called cowrie, which originates from the Maldives Islands in the Indian Ocean. Cowries became valuable items from early Chinese and Indian civilization, which were then brought along trade routes to Africa. The Europeans then named it wampum as the currency in the market. Types of goods money vary in every part of the world, adjusting the development of each civilization. And then, in general, money is an object that the general public agrees on as a medium of exchange in economic activity. The presence of money facilitates buying and selling transactions of goods and services to be more effective and efficient. The value of money has also grown from being only a medium of exchange to become a measure of driving transactions. Historically, the existence of money was first introduced by the Lydians who lived in Turkey in the 6th century BC. The money is made from a mixture of gold and silver and is shaped like a pea. And the ratio of gold and silver content in this money is maybe 75 and 25, and it's the standard. They call it this money electrum. Coins were first created on in 560 BC by Croesus in Greece. In the history of money, the Greeks are known as the inventors of the first coins. The Greeks mean various types of coins whose value they determine based on the material they were made from. However, uh, as time went on due to limited raw material for coins, gold and silver, the idea to make paper money was sparked by the Chinese in the 1st century. When referring through history, the manufacture of banknotes actually began before the Tang dynasty, but failed because it was difficult to find durable paper materials. It was only when the Tang dynasty came to power that someone named Cai Lun succeeds in creating paper from mulberry bark. Since the successful creation of banknotes during the Tang dynasty, civilization has continued to develop and countries have begun to form. And the existence of the state makes economic activity in a country require currency as a legal means of transactions. Once a country has established a legal currency, they usually announce it to the rest of the world. And the history of money has developed very rapidly to date. Even country now has a legal currency. In 19 and 1406, credit and debit cards were introduced as the non-cash transactions. Tools were still used today. One thing that makes a difference is the existence of advanced technology today, namely the presence of digital wallets atau e-wallets and CRIS as additional option for non-cash transaction. The existence of e-wallet and CRIS means you don't need to carry a lot of cash when you want to make a direct transactions. Apart from that, online shopping transactions are made easier with e-wallets. And technology never stopped developing. The history of money has been extended again with the presence of cryptocurrency or digital currency. Now you can transact online using digital currencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tezos, and many more. And if we observe further, many problems in human life are caused by money. Money is not everything, but everything needs money. If I ask you what things don't require money, it seems like almost anything costs money. Even you pay to pee in a public toilet, you need the money. You need money to dig a grave. You need money to go to school. You need money to play. You need money for politics. Love will be more beautiful if you have money. Even to spread goodness, sometimes you need money too. Because friendship, money can end. Families can fight. Husband and wife can divorce. Even people can kill because of money. And education costs money. And I will try to argue about the use of tax money for education in Indonesia. Scholarship from the state. We namely LPDP. What I don't know. This is just my opinion. What is the functions of LPDP? For me, LPDP only produce Indonesian students who are no longer able to say Indonesia as a whole. Always become Indo. Where is the Nesia? And then I tried to search on Google LPDP alumni. Then there is an article. The title is Important Figures Receiving LPDP. And there are Maudi Ayunda and Tasya Kamila. These two of them, without LPDP, are also able to study abroad. They already rich. Why should I pay them? This makes me like their sugar daddy. I can only pay, but I can use them. This is our tax money. Through the LPDP is used to pay for Maudi Ayunda at Stanford and Tasha Kamila at Columbia. They graduated, returned to Indonesia, and they become Instagram celebrity and YouTubers. So some question arise. Firstly, I'm not paying for you to go to college just to do that. Secondly, if now your job is reviewing Scarlett and some foods, what's the point of master degree? Bonge Citayam who only go to elementary school can also do it. This LPDP is funded by the state from people's money. For me, after graduating, they should serve society in return through NGOs or otherwise. But in fact, of the 15,000 LPDP alumni, 62% work in government. Those who are paid with tax money too. Yesterday I paid for their tuition, but right now I am paying their salary.